Hey you guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the Cricut Joy. I do have a Cricut Joy now, and I want to start off by saying thank you to Cricut. A couple months ago, they reached out to me to partner with them and using this Cricut Joy and kind of showing you guys how I use it, what I use it for, and so I do want to say thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this video and reaching out to me and sending me a Cricut Joy. I am super excited. As you can see, I'm at home today, which kind of brings me to my number one point about this Cricut Joy. If you've been watching me for a while, you guys know that I have an office that I rent, and that is where I craft out of. I craft out of my office, my suite that I rent inside of an office building. I rarely ever do crafts at home because lugging around, I have a Cricut Explorer Air 2 as well as a Cricut Maker. So kind of bringing those between the office and the house is extremely hectic and time consuming, and I just don't want to do that. So if I have to make anything for the house, then I make it at work, at the office, and I bring it home. One of the amazing things about this Cricut Joy is the size and the fact that I can bring this home. I can take it to the office, I can bring it back home if I want, because it is so compact, it is so lightweight. You can really just pick it up with one hand. And then they also have this amazing little carrying case that you can kind of just stick it right in. There's a spot for the machine, and then a spot for the the cord to plug it into. So everything has its own little space in here. It's got a pocket on the back, so if you want to bring your tools, like your weeding tool will fit right in here. So I really love the fact that I can carry this between the office and the house. And so I can have a machine at the house. What I'm gonna be doing today is I'm gonna be redoing my spice rack. I have been meaning to redo my spice rack for a long time. I just haven't been able to do so because my machines are at the office, and every time I get to the office, I start doing something else and I forget. So, I'm super excited about being able to do my spice rack today, which is what we are going to go ahead and do. So this is my old spice rack. It's old, it's like a year old. It's kind of dingy, kind of dirty. As you can see, the words on here are so tiny, they're so small. These are the labels that came with it when I purchased it, and I just kind of, everything has a spot, so once you're using it for so many times, I know that this is my pepper, this is my onion powder. I just kind of memorized where I put everything because it stayed there the entire time. So I got to a point where the labels, I didn't even read them anymore. So I do have this new one here. It kind of turns and it spins, and I will be redoing this one today. Now, when I purchased this spice rack, it came already labeled with some seasoning with it. There are some seasonings in here that I do not use, some I've never even heard of. So all I did was I dumped those seasonings out. I do want my seasoning to be on the top versus the side. So the ones that I'm gonna be redoing, I've already pulled off this label here, and I'm gonna put them on the top. But I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna go into my Cricut design space. We're gonna get everything set up so I can show you how to get everything measured and get everything cut. So I will see you guys at Cricut Design Space. Okay guys, so I am currently in Cricut Design Space now. These are the seasonings that I need to make here. Well, some of them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get a shape, and it's gonna be a circle. And like I said, I'm going to put the seasonings on top. My circle has to be 2.5, which is gonna be the size of the top. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it white so we can see here. And then this is going to be black. I'm going to use black. And then I'm just going to make it, I'm going to send this to the back of the circle. And then the text, I'm just going to make it, you know, the size that it needs to be inside of the circle. Okay, so to make sure that everything is centered, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the circle and I'm going to select the text, and then we're going to align and center. And that's going to make sure that everything is centered. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and group these. What I'm going to be using today is the smart labels. I don't know if you guys were able to catch my live the other day where I said I was going to use the vinyl. I did change my mind. I'm going to use the smart labels instead of the vinyl. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this. I'm going to ungroup. I just meant to duplicate the circle actually. And then I'm going to select the text. Actually, we're going to delete the text. And then we're just gonna basically do the exact same thing for the rest of these, turn it black, and then select, align, center, and then we're going to group. Now I do believe I need to flatten these so that it'll cut out the circle. I'm pretty sure on the smart label, and I do have to double check. I'm not sure how this, I might have to use the pen. I might have to use the pen to write it. I think I have to double check. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get the rest of these set in the circle how I want it. And then we're going to come back and I will show you how we're going to cut it. Okay guys, so I'm back here and I do have my labels for the most part done. I'm gonna do these three with you. Basically all I did was, you saw me put them inside the circle, align them, and then group them. Okay, so these ones up at the top, you have to select the pin option for the writing and a cut option for the circle. So it'll cut a circle out of the smart label and then it will write with the pen on the label for you. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that now. So what you're gonna do, the first thing, you do have to make sure they're all attached. So I'm gonna select these top ones and I'm going to attach. And this is just going to make sure that the words are attached to the label, okay? So now I'm gonna select this one, okay? This one I haven't done anything to yet. I'm gonna select it. And where it says text, I'm gonna select the text, and then we're gonna come up here to operation, and right now it's on basic cut, which is what you would use if you're cutting vinyl. We don't wanna cut anything, we want it to write. So we're going to select pen. Okay, we're gonna select pen, and then the circle is gonna stay on basic cut. Okay, then we're going to select it, and we're going to attach, and make sure everything is will cut as one, okay? Then we're gonna do the same thing for this one. We're gonna select the text and we're gonna select the pen option and we're going to attach. And for the last one, you wanna select the text, pen, and attach, okay? So now I have my Joy selected here. I do have it connected via Bluetooth, and we're going to make it. And then you can, another thing with the Cricut Joy is that you don't have to use the mat, because the smart labels and the smart vinyl, it comes on the backing of it is so thick, you don't have to use a mat. I'm gonna go ahead and use a mat today. So when you're using the Cricut Joy, you can select without the mat, on the mat, and then the cards, you can put it on the card mat Today, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it on the mat. And you know what, because you can only do 2 at a time, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do without the mat. Okay, and I will show you guys what this looks like, of course. So I'm just gonna be sticking the smart vinyl into the machine without a mat to make sure that everything is done at the same time. Okay, we're also not going to mirror this because it's going to be a sticker. We're going to select continue. And we're just waiting for it to connect. I thought I did this already, so I wouldn't have to do it wait for it to load on camera. I'm gonna exit out of that for now. Okay, so here is our options we have here. I'm going to be using the Smart Label. It might be this one, the writable vinyl, but let me browse and see if I can find it. Smart Label. Okay, so it's the writable vinyl. Smart Label. Is it paper or vinyl? You know what? Let me double check. I'm going to double check real quick. Okay, I'm back here. It is Smart Writable Vinyl is what I have. And it says it right on the box, okay? So that's the one I'm gonna select here. So right now it's telling me to load the material and load the pen. So it wants to do the pen, the writing first. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my camera so I can show you guys what this looks like. Okay guys, so I wanted to come and show you guys what this looks like. Let me turn this down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, this is the Smart Label writable vinyl I was talking about. So this is what I'm going to go ahead and use. It says it right on the box. I'm gonna go ahead and get this open. Okay, and here is the Smart Vinyl, okay? Of course, because it's white, it's like glaring. So I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up. Right here on the side, it's a little lip. And this is where you're going to put it into, let me see if I can get it to focus. This is where you're going to put it into the machine right here. This little white part is gonna go under the tracks. And then right here is where the label is, okay? And you can see it's shiny. So you are gonna get a glossy label. And we're going to just the same way that you would load the mat is the way you're going to load the vinyl, okay? And as you can see, it's feeding it through. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's try that again. And it's checking it right now to make sure it has enough material since it's not on a mat. And you know what? I never even loaded my pen. I still have my my blade in. So I do want to go ahead and load my pen. which I had totally didn't even have. I forgot to grab it. But here are the pens that they sent me as well. If I can get it open. Okay. And you're just gonna take the top off, and it goes right on top so you don't lose your top. And then you're gonna pop the blade out the same way you would with any other machine. You're gonna stick the pen in and close it. Okay? Now on my laptop, I'm just gonna go ahead and push go on the laptop. And hopefully if I did this right, it starts, sorry guys. If I did this right, it starts to draw. So let me zoom you in. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. I'm looking at these labels, they look huge. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna fit. It might, I don't know. Those look like big labels. Okay, so it is, right now it's drawing for me the labels. That looks so good. I love how that looks. I'm gonna let it finish doing its thing, and then before I do the cut part, I will come back and show you guys how it looks, and then I will show you reinstalling the blade back, and we're gonna do our cut. Okay guys, so I'm back here. I did have to go in and resize it because those labels were gonna be entirely too big. I honestly think these are still gonna be too big as well, but we'll see. But I did go ahead and make them smaller. The Cricut pen is now finished writing it out. The computer is now telling me to get ready for the next step, which it wants me to take the pen out and put the blade back in so that it can go ahead and cut the circles around. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what we're doing now. Basically, I'm just gonna come over here, unload the pen, put the cap back on, and I'm gonna get my blade back, and we're gonna pop it in there and just close it, okay? And now we're gonna go ahead and hit go on the computer, and then it's gonna go ahead and it should cut the circles around it to turn it into a label, which it looks like it's doing now. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and unload it. And there is the labels. You see how it's nice and cut out? Let me go ahead and zoom out, and we will put these on our, on the tops. Let me just scoot this back. If you sell like products or you know, you need labels, DIY labels for anything, this would be like the perfect little machine. And these smart labels, because they're already glossy. They're already glossy. You don't have to waterproof them or anything like that. Okay, so here's the top. Hopefully, I'm hoping these fit. I'm gonna get my weeding tool here. I'm gonna cut this piece off where these labels are because this is really long. And I guess I'm trying to see how we're gonna peel this off. Okay, so I just peeled the excess off right here just to get it out of the way. I'm sure you probably didn't have to do that. And then here are the labels. So we're just going to go ahead and take our weeding tool and peel it off. And stick it right on our top. Let me turn this down. And there's the top. And you know, here's the little jar. It's gonna go right on there. Isn't that so cute? It's real minimal. The design that I go for in my house is really, you know, minimal, kind of luxury, but not, you know, I don't like a whole lot. I like simple, minimal, you know, designs. Let me wipe these off. My son came in here and was making cereal, and now there's like cereal dust all over him. Let me just go ahead and put these ones on. Okay, so see, yeah, I definitely had to go back and redo these. So the size that they are now is 1.5. I originally had it at 2.5, and it was like huge. As soon as it drew it, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work. Okay, and then, you know, I still have to put my seasonings in here. Labels made easy. Because I know, like, if you use the Cricut Maker or you use the Cricut Explorer Air 2, when you're trying to use glossy paper, a lot of the times it doesn't work. Either it doesn't work, or you have to try to like trick it. You have to draw over it with permanent marker, or you have to use tape or do all this extra stuff. Now, I have seen where some people, they didn't want to leave it like that, so they just kind of colored it in. You can do that too. I think I actually like it like this, not colored in. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this. Okay, there are our new labels. So cute and minimal and easy and just simple. And I can do stuff like this all around the house, right? All around the house. I don't have to get bring my big machine home to do it. I can just do it right. I'm at the kitchen table, okay? I'm in my kitchen doing this. But that is all I have for this video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely drop them down below. Any other video ideas you would like to see me do with the Cricut Joy, please let me know, and I will definitely get that information out for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a great night. Bye.